to increase my milk supply? This is the most common question that is googled by breastfeeding mothers. So in this video, let us first discuss how do you know if your baby is getting enough milk and a few tips on how to increase your milk supply. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Saranya, the founder of Babypedia, a birth professional and a life coach for mothers. So first, how do you know if your baby is getting enough milk? Well, there are a few indicators. The first one being your baby's urine count. So if your baby is older than 1 week, then your baby should be urinating a minimum of 7 times in 24 hours. So if your baby has been passing urine for 7 times, then you don't have to worry. This is one sign that your baby is getting enough milk. The second sign is adequate weight gain. So if your baby has been gaining enough weight in between, their checkups, that is also a sign. You can always, download the weight gain chart by WHO and you can use it to plot your baby's growth, or your pediatrician would usually give you a baby's growth chart. So based on that, you will know whether your baby is gaining enough weight. But the general consensus is that your baby should be doubling their birth weight at 6 months and tripling their birth weight at 9 months on an average. So by average, a little less, a little more is perfectly okay. Exclusively breastfed babies can sometimes gain a little extra weight. So then the next thing is, how is your baby? Is your baby happy? Do they sleep well? So these are all different signs that your baby is getting enough milk. So if your breast seems soft in between feeds, especially after 30 to 45 days, please don't worry. This is not a sign that your milk supply is low. It is normal for your breast to feel soft in between feeds. Your breasts do not have to become hard like they used to in the initial days. Similarly, when you are feeding on one breast, if the other breast does not leak, that is also not a sign. It just means that your milk supply has stabilized. Your body knows how much milk your baby needs. So there is no excess milk production, so less leaking, and your breasts are not hard. Your baby's sleep pattern is not a good indicator of your breast milk supply, because baby's sleep pattern keeps changing till at least 2 to 3 years of age. This is also a developmental milestone. So when there is a sleep regression, for example, around the 4th month, the 6th month, at these times you can see that their sleep pattern drastically changes. Also during growth spurts, your baby may be sleeping more, sleeping very less, very cranky. So please understand that it is not just breast milk. As your baby grows, there are multiple factors that contribute to your baby being restless, not sleeping, and crying a lot. So at every point, do not just jump to your milk supply. Okay, so now what if you really feel that your milk supply is low? What are the things that you have to do? First thing that you can do that is definitely going to increase your milk supply is skin to skin. However old your baby is, 6 months, 1 year, newborn, whatever the stage is, skin to skin with your baby is going to release a lot of the breastfeeding hormones. So we need oxytocin, we need a lot of prolactin to produce breast milk. So a lot of skin to skin will ensure that your milk supply increases. Skin to skin will also help you to reduce your stress level. Stress is an important factor that we know that will reduce your milk supply. So skin to skin will also release all these happy hormones that will help you to de-stress and feel more relaxed. You could also incorporate a lot of other techniques like breathing, visualization, meditation, going out for a walk for a few minutes, asking somebody else to take care of your baby and sleep a little longer to ensure that your stress levels are reduced. Very important, feed your baby more often, because the more you remove milk from your breasts, the more milk is going to be produced. So, stimulate your baby, breastfeed your baby more. If your baby is not breastfeeding much, then you could pump or hand express in between feeds. Also, try to feed more at night. So how can you feed more at night? Co-sleeping will ensure that your baby feeds more at night, because when your baby sleeps next to you, they will smell you, and because of the smell of you and your breasts, they will be tempted. They will be they will want to breastfeed more often. Co-sleeping babies breastfeed on an average more often than babies who sleep separately. So when your baby suckles more, and it could be just a few suckles and then they go back to sleep, but when they start feeding more, automatically your breast milk supply will increase, especially feeding more at night, because that is when prolactin levels are higher, and prolactin is the hormone that is needed for secretion of milk. Okay, another thing that you can do is drink enough water. Being hydrated will ensure better milk supply. So ensure that you are drinking at least 3 to 4 liters of water. Make it a habit of drinking 1 cup of water before you feed, 1 cup of water after you feed, to ensure that you're getting in your water levels. Again, after a few months after your baby is born, a lot of us become worried about our weight gain. So we start eating less. because we want to lose all the pregnancy weight. But when you reduce your calories drastically, that is also going to affect your milk supply. When you are breastfeeding, your body burns on an average 500 calories per day. So your body needs those calories to be able to produce more breast milk. So please ensure that you're not reducing your quantity too much and you are eating adequate calories, especially if you are breastfeeding your baby. And you could also use some herbs that are also called galactogogues. Galactogogues are foods that will help increase your milk supply. So some of them are fenugreek. Fenugreek works very well for a lot of people. But the thing about herbs is some herbs will work well for some mothers, some will not work. So it's all a trial and error. So please try the following list that I'm going to tell you and see which one works better for you. So you could add fenugreek, powder it and add it to your food. You could just boil it with some water or soak it overnight in water and drink the water, chew the fenugreek seeds. Another thing that you could do is cumin. You could also make CCF tea, that is cumin, coriander and fennel tea. That is very good for improving your milk supply. Just put all the three spices inside water, boil it for some time, let it cool, and then you can drink it through the day. This will also help quicken your digestion and it will also help give you relief from bloating and constipation. Another thing that you can add is fermented food. Fermented food is also known to increase your milk supply. It could be curd, it could be idli, doklas, any food that is fermented. And finally, garlic. Garlic is also known to increase the milk supply. So you can just crush some garlic, put it into milk, boil it along with milk and drink the milk and chew the garlic so that little bit of spiciness is reduced. So all these will definitely help you to increase your milk supply. But always remember, the more you remove milk from your breast, it could be through pumping, it could be through feeding your baby, it could be through hand expressing. But the more you empty your breasts, the more milk is going to be produced. So just focus on that, focus on reducing your stress, and I think you will be good to go in a couple of days. I really hope this video helped you. Don't forget to like, share it with another mother who is worried about her milk supply. And don't forget to subscribe to the Babypedia channel to get more information about pregnancy, birth and early parenting. Take care.